Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today. Right now I'm going to be reviewing for you the Burson Audio HA160. This is a serious headphone amp. This is when you really like your headphone listening, a piece that you might want to step up to after having something a little bit more reasonable. This piece here is, first off, extremely sturdy. Once you pull it out of the box, it feels like it's machined out of just an ingot of aluminum, which it almost is. It has so much aluminum on it. It's all, every side is a machined aluminum part, and it's all screwed together. Construction that usually costs you quite a bit more to get. This piece sells for about $700, so it's not cheap, but compared to what it's competing against, it's quite reasonable. This will beat out headphone amps over $1,000 all day long, so pretty good value. You've got very simple too, very Spartan design. One thing it's impressive, not loaded with features. It's just clean, good sounding amplifier. It has one input on the back, one RCA input, power cord, and a power switch to turn it on and off. On the front, you've got two jacks. Now, this isn't so you can use two different pairs of headphones. This is so you can be impedance correct or impedance matched with the headphones that you do own. So this is up to 150 ohms, and then the one next to it, I believe, is 150 ohms on up. So you could use, some 600 ohm Bayers, 300 ohm Sennheisers with this one, and this one here you'd use with 62 ohm or 30 ohm headphones, something like that, and get optimum sound out of them. They're Burson's from Australia. These guys hand make these things in Australia. They have massive transformer on board. This thing's heavy. It feels like about 10 pounds. In the power supply section on board, just so the amplifier section and gain stages work optimally, they actually have a power filtration area just for the AC power coming in. So it actually cleans up its own power. You don't need to plug this into a power conditioner or anything. So it has nice, clean, noise-free power. Then it goes through all discrete circuitry. It's all Class A gain stages. So it's nice and clean, very little distortion. Signal to noise ratio on this unit is greater than 98 dB. Means if you're listening at, say, 100 decibels, the noise is going to be 2 decibels or lower, which you can't even hear. You couldn't hear 2 decibels if you wanted to. So basically all you're hearing is signal, and all those low-level details that were masked before, you can now hear, and they become texture and part of the music. This is pretty much dual mono. There's not two complete power supplies, but two completely separate channels. High-grade components inside. You've got audio-grade capacitors. One thing that's really nice on this unit, you get a 24-stepped attenuator. It clicks at each stop, so you only have 24 possible positions for volume. It's usually not a problem because there's usually a 3 or 4 step range that you'll be using with your headphones at any one time. You might want to listen to something a little louder, a little quieter, but you can usually find one that's right where you wanted to hear it. So that's not really a problem. Only thing I wouldn't recommend this for is like a super efficient headphone. So the steps between the volume clicks are going to be pretty big if you have a really efficient headphone. I mean, I've got the Sennheiser HD 555s, which are so efficient you can drive them off an iPod fine. And it's a pretty big jump, but there's still some detents that I find pleasing. So, but if you have something really efficient, it might not be the right headphone amp for you. This headphone amp has lots of power, so it can drive your inefficient headphones just fine. So that's really I think what it's designed for. Now it's all Class A operation, and you think it would get really hot, but it doesn't. It's got so much aluminum here, it dissipates the heat really well. I can only even tell that it's warmed up after it's been on for about 40 minutes or so, where it just starts getting a slight little bit of warmth and then it never gets any hotter. I left it on for several days straight, just burning it in before I really listened critically. I put about 150 hours of playback on it just to get everything, all the electrons flowing nicely. And it does sound good. Really low noise floor. Channel separation is great. Everything that's in the left ear or right ear is supposed to be in the right ear, and vice versa. Very quiet background, so very low noise floor. All the music just seems to come out of silence, which is really nice. Very well made unit, and it performs way out of its price range. So this is a great piece. Not the most features if you're looking for something with a built-in DAC or several inputs that you can just change easily. It's not as easy to set up like that. But if you set this up for one dedicated source to it, it's a great unit and really good value. So that's that. This one I actually purchased for myself as well. So you know, I did my research. Everybody said it was the best thing you could get with the AKG 702s, and it is really nice. So I like it, and I already put my money towards it. So thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by again. I will have a lot more reviews. Let me know what you think, or if you have any other questions that I didn't answer, because I always think of something after the review that I didn't mention. Feel free to ask in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for a lot more videos I'll be making. So we'll talk to you later.